Okay, students, I hope you are well and healthy and ready to learn new things. So, my name is Palak Patel. I am working in the Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education, a research center, Navsari, in Civil Engineering Department. I am going to teach you the subject is design of reinforced concrete structures. In this subject, we are going to learn design of water tank. In the previous lecture, we covered on the ground water tank as well as underground water tanks. Okay, we covered both rectangular and circular for the underground and on the ground water tank design. Now in this lecture, we are going to learn elevated water tank design. So in the elevated water tank, we have the three types of elevated water tank. First is rectangular, circular, intense. Okay. So what is rectangular? Rectangular where we have two methods like approximate method and IS code method. Approximate method and IS code method. So let's see what is approximate method. Approximate method is the simple, is the design as a on the ground. Approximate method is design as on the ground water tank design. In the approximate method, we design a separate long wall, separate short wall and separated base slab. This is the approximate method which we use for the previously rectangular water tank design. You can see and you can go and check the videos of this rectangular water tank design on the ground water tank design, right? And in this lecture we are going to learn IS code method. IS code, Indian Standard Code method. So here is an example. Let's check this example in this elevated water tank. You can see type of elevated water tank, rectangular water tank. We have two design, approximate and IS code method. Approximate and IS code method. So in the IS code method, we use IS 3370 part 4. IS 3370 part 4 for the calculating moment, horizontal moment MH and vertical moment MY. And by these two moments MH and MV, we can design a water tank, right? So let's start IS code method. And here is the approximate method. This example is for the approximate method. We are going to learn IS code method. Okay. So here is example 10. A rectangular water tank 4.5 meter long and 225 meter wide and 225 meter height. Here is a dimension is given. The wall is rigidly jointed at vertical edges and pin jointed at horizontal edges. You have to remember this. Vertical edges at pin jointed and horizontal edges. Pin jointed at horizontal edges. Right? Here, from here. Rigidly jointed and vertical edges jointed. Now design the tank. If it is supported on all sides under the wall, use M30 concrete and Fe415 grade of steel and use IS code method. Okay. Now we are going to starting from the solution. Here is the we give a size 4.5.2.25 meter by 2.25 meter. Now we have to calculate design constant. First step, design constant. I discuss all the things about design constant, how to calculate M, how to calculate K, how to calculate J, how to calculate Q, and why we require it. We discussed all the things in the previous lectures. So K is equal to M sigma CBC divided by M sigma CBC plus ST. We found a sigma CBC we found sigma CBC from IS 3370 part 2, not part 2, part 1. From that we found sigma CBC and sigma ST, and then after we got K, and after a K 1 minus K by 3 we found a J, and Q 1 half sigma CBC K into J 1.8. So we found all the design constant, right? Now here is we have a step 2, moment and shear. Moment and shear. Now step 2, moment and shear, we have to L, B and H value. L, B and H value. For the moment, I discussed earlier that for the moment we are going to calculate moment from the IS code. From which IS code? We have a IS code 3370 part 4 table number 6. 3370 part 4 table number 6. Let's check what we have from this IS code. Now here we have a table number 6. Table number 6. But in a table number 6 we have a one figure is here is Z, Y, A. A means height of the wall. B means width of the wall. Width of the wall we calculate B as a length. B as a length. And C. C is a width of the wall. Okay. Means which is a longer side we calculate as a B, and shorter side we calculate as a C. Now here we have an equation for the horizontal moment and vertical moment. Okay. Now first of all we have to calculate B by A, means length by A, length by height. Here is a length by height is 3. Let's check in this example. We have a length by height is 2. Length by height is 2. So we cannot use this table because this length by height is 3. So we have to find out length by height for the 2. Here is also 3, 2.5, and here is a 2. Length by height is 2. Now what we have? We have a C by A, means width by height. Width by height. Now width by height. Let's check what we have with the width by height. Width by height is 1. Width by height is 1. So width by height is 1. So here. So by this table you can find out mx and my. Mx and my. So we have a whole this table. We can use this whole table for the find the coefficient. Find coefficient of the moment. Mx my moment coefficient. Right? But here you can see y is equal to 0, y is equal to b by 4, y is equal to b by 2, z is equal to c by 4, and z is equal to 0. What is y and z? So in this figure, okay, here is figure is too small. I have a very bigger figure. So let's check this figure. Just give me some time. Here you can see this figure. Okay, here is a z, here is a y. What we have? We have a y is equal to 0. I need a lighter one. Okay. Y is equal to 0. Give me some time. Okay, yeah. Y is equal to 0. Y is equal to b by 4. Y is equal to b by 2. Then after z is equal to b by 4 and z is equal to 0. This type of thing we have in this. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, you can see y is equal to 0, y is equal to b by 4, y is equal to b by 2, y is equal to c by 4, and y is equal to 0. Right? Now in this figure, what is b? B is the length. B is the length. So y is equal to b by 2. First of all, y is equal to 0. So y is equal to 0 at here. Y is equal to 0 at here. Because y direction is that. Okay. Then y is equal to b by 4. B by 4. B by 4. B by 2 is here. So b by 4 in the center. And b by 2 here. Then after z is equal to c by 4. C by 4 means here, and z is equal to 0 is here. So we have the moment coefficient on this line. We have moment coefficient on this line. Right? We have a moment coefficient on these lines. Now we required y at here, moment at here, and moment at here. We did not require moment at this center portion. So what I made is one table here. Here is x by capital H. When we got it from here. Where is the y? Y is b by 2. We have a x by a. Yeah, x by a. So 1 by 4, 1 by 2, and 3 by 4. 1 by 4, 1 by 2, and 3 by 4. What is 1 by 2? 1 by is height. Is height. Is height. Is a height. Okay. Is a height. Is a different by height. But we don't require these things. We have to require this mx and my value at y is equal to 0, y is equal to l by 2, and z is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0, y is equal to l by 2, and z is equal to 0. So we have 1 second. So y is equal to 0 at here. So we are going to use this table, this portion, 0.26, 0.044, 0.041, 0.013, 0.20, 0.16, as well as here, and as well as here, right? So let's check here. We have all the values. We have all the values from the table. We have all the values from the table. Now here is a one condition. We have to find out horizontal moment and vertical moment. Equation is given in the IS code. Equation is given in the IS code. My WH cube mx WH cube. So I think equation is okay. So maximum value of my is 0.046. Maximum value of my is 0.046. Now where is the equation? Horizontal MH. Okay. Maximum value of my is minus, sign is neglected. We calculate the values 0.046. Hence, the maximum moment in horizontal direction occurs at the midpoint of edge AB. And maximum value of mx is plus 0.040 from this table. This value is from this table. Okay. So hence the maximum moment in vertical direction occurs at the midpoint of edge CD. By this graph and by this calculation we describe these things. Okay. So gamma W is 9.80. We have assumed this. These are the assumption. We assume this. Okay. Now maximum moment MH. Maximum moment MH at edge AB. Capital A and capital B. We have a maximum value there. We have to take maximum value horizontal moment at AB. Means AB line maximum value is 0.046. 0.046. So MH is equal to 0.046. 9.8 is gamma W and height 2.25 cube. So we have the moment here. Same MH for the EF. For the EF from the table you can see here is EF. Okay, from the Z, EF Z is equal to 0.014 means My 0.014 into 9.8 into 2.85 height. Same for the CD, MH, and same for the MYCD. Here is a value maximum moment MYCD. So CD is here. CD is here. Mmax is 0.440. So we take a maximum value from the Mx and we will find 4.91. Same for the EF, we found a maximum value. So take the maximum value. We don't have to take the find out 1 by 4, 1 by 2 or 3 by 4. It's just a value. We just need to design the concept for the maximum coefficient in between these three. Right. Now horizontal moment MH in the wall will be combined with a direct tension due to shear force on adjacent wall. Similarly, vertical moment MV in the wall will be combined with a direct compression due to weight of wall and roof slab. So this effect will be minor important. Now we have to find out shear force. Shear force from IS 3370 part 4 table number 7. Let's check. So here is a table number 7. Shear at the edge of wall panel hinge at the top and bottom. So table number 7, we have a B by A means length by height. Length by height ratio is 2. The example we have a length by height ratio is 2. But here is a midpoint of bottom edge, corner at a bottom edge, and midpoint of fixed side of edge. And there is so many things. But we have to need midpoint of a fixed side of edge. At a time 2. So value is 0.360 WH square. Here is A means height. So we have the equation from the here. The shear force at a midpoint side AB. We have a value equation 0.36, 9.8 to 225. So 70.86 kilonewton. Same thing for the shear force at a midpoint of a fixed side edge AB of a short wall. B by H is 1. At the short wall B by H is a 1. So at that time in this table you can see B by H is a 1. So value will be here 258 WH square. See, 258 WH square. So we have a 2 shear force. First for the long wall and second for the short wall. Now design thickness of wall. We have to calculate design the thickness of wall. Design thickness of wall. The thickness of wall is governed by a moment MH at shear force at midpoint AB. So maximum thickness, we are going to take maximum thickness for the maximum moment. So MH is 5.30 kilonewton per meter. We assume a thickness of wall is 150 mm. We assume it, okay. Now we assume 150 mm thickness. So we have the one criteria here in the IS code, sigma dash CBT divided by sigma CBT plus sigma dash CT divided by sigma CT. This value will be less than 1. At that time 150 mm thickness, it will be safe. Now we are going to calculate value for sigma CBT, value for the sigma dash CBT. For the sigma dash CBT, we have an equation MH upon Z. MH means moment and Z means bt square by 6. bt square by 6. B is equal to 1000. We assume 1 meter width into 150 squares thickness. We assume it, okay, by 6. So we have the value here. We put the value and we found sigma cbc is 1.37. 1.37. Now second, we have a sigma cpt. Sigma cpt from the IS 3370 part 2 table number 1, and sigma cbt will be 2. Sigma cpt will be 2 from this IS code. Now we have a sigma dash ct. Sigma dash ct, we have equation s by a. S by a. Let's S by a. S means where is the value? S means 17.86. It's a shear force. It's a shear force 17.86. It's a shear force. So S means shear force divided by area 1000 into thickness. So 0.12. Last one is sigma ct. So sigma ct will be 1.5 from the IS 3370 part 2 table number 1, and after putting all the values, we found the value is point. So by this all equation we found a value is less than 1. 0.765 is less than 1, so it means safe. So we can provide a thickness of wall is 150 mm. We can provide a thickness of wall is 150 mm, right? Now we provide a thickness of wall is overall depth, so we required effective depth. So 50 mm is covered, so effective depth is 10 mm, sorry 100 mm. Now we are going to step 4, reinforcement in horizontal direction. Reinforcement in a horizontal direction. But while we are going to design a rectangular retaining wall, we have two walls. First is for the long wall. Okay, for the long wall at the support. For the long wall at support, moment is 5.13 and tension means a shear force which is 17.86 kilonewton, right? But we have to modify it. We have to modify a moment. So here is x. We modify moment minus tension into x. So d minus t by 2, so is 25. So modify moment is 4.68 kilonewton into meter. Okay. Now we have to provide a AST1 for the M sigma STJD. So we have AST1 is 418.11 mm square, as well as AST2 is 138 mm square. So AST required is 516.11 mm square. So we are going to provide 10 mm dia at 140 mm center to center in water phase in horizontal direction. Now we completed at center. We are going to design at a center. So design as a center, moment is 2.38, right? 2.23 and tension is 12.8. So modifier moment is 1.91. So due to moment AST1 is 170.64 mm square, as far as AST2 is 98.46 mm square. So total AST is 269.1 mm square. 269.1 mm square. But we have a PT limit. We have a PT limit which is 0.24. 0.24. So by the PT limit, AST uh, is 0.24 divided by 100. So 360 mm square. Here is a minimum required reinforcement. Minimum required reinforcement, which is 360 mm square. So we are going to design center reinforcement for 8 mm dia at 140 mm center to center in horizontal direction on a remote face. For this design, 360 mm square provide a minimum reinforcement at center. Now same concept for the short wall. Same concept for the short wall. But we have a short wall moment is 1.56, which is very less. Which is very less. Moment is 1.56, which is very less. You can see here is a moment is 2.23. Here is a 5.30, right? So this moment short wall is very less. So we can neglect it. Neglect it means we don't have to calculate all the data for AST1 and AST2. Okay, we just provide a minimum reinforcement here. We can provide a minimum reinforcement here. So providing minimum reinforcement 8 mm dia at 140 mm center to center in horizontal direction on the remote face. So our design of long wall and short wall is completed. Design of long wall and short wall is completed. Now we are going for the check for the shear. Check for the shear means tau v less than tau c. Tau v less than tau c. So tau v equation is Q BJD. Q divided by BJD. We discussed all this equation in previous lectures. So Q is equal to shear force, B means 1 meter, and J design constant, and depth means a thickness, right? So tau v is equal to 0.207 Newton per mm square. So by this PT is 0.24 percentage. So PT 24 percentage, tau c is 0.22. 0.22. So tau v is less than tau c. So our design is safe for the shear. Our design is safe for the shear. Now we are going to design a reinforcement in a vertical direction. Reinforcement in a vertical direction. For the vertical direction in the long wall. So bending moment in a vertical direction combined with the direct compression due to self weight of wall and weight of roof slab. So we have to transfer a roof slab on the wall. Okay. For the vertical reinforcement, what we do? We assume a vertical reinforcement is resist wall load as well as roof load. So what we do? We do transfer a roof load from the wall, roof load to the wall. So what we have to design the first roof. So first we are going to thickness of roof slab is 100 mm. We assume it. Okay. Then after weight of slab transfer of wall, we are going to understand we are going to transfer a load from slab to wall as slab to beam. So 2.25 divided by 2. 2.25 is the width of slab. 2.25 is the width of slab. Divide by 2 means half. We assume one-way slab. So 0.50 is the extra. It's the extra length for the covering of wall. Okay. The tank dimension is 4 meter by 2.25 meter by 2.25 meter. Okay. It's a tank dimension. But it's an inside tank dimension. And our wall are there. Outer periphery, we have a wall are there. And the wall thickness is 0.15 meter. So for the slab load, we have to calculate all the load are there. 1 for the 1 meter, 0.1, is the thickness and 25 is the density. So 3.80 kilonewton per meter is the weight of slab. It's a weight of slab. Now we have to calculate weight of slab. Weight of slab of wall up to mid height. We transfer a weight of slab, but now we are going to calculate weight of wall up to mid height. Weight of wall up to mid height. We decide we going to wall load from the half area. Okay. Weight of wall up to mid heights. What happened? 2.25 meter. Wait a minute. Yeah. 2.25 meter length divided by 2 multiplied by 0.50 multiplied by 0.50 1 width and 25 density, so is 4.22. Now total UDL of weight is equal to 3.80 plus 4.22 to 7.38 kilonewton per meter. Here is a vertical truss, so bending in a vertical direction along long wall at CD. So we have moment here and compressive force. We have a moment calculated earlier. Now we have a compression force. Here is a compression force. Now we are going to modify a moment by Cx. So modify a moment is 7.42. Then after AST1, AST2, same equation, but value will be different. And we found AST1 is 4.22 mm square and 56.72 mm square. So total AST is 479 mm square. Now we have going to design, provide 8 mm die at 100 mm center to center on outer face in a vertical direction. Outer face in a vertical direction. Now for the short wall. For the short wall. For the short wall, bending moment is 4.91. In the long wall, moment is 4.91 in the long wall, but in the short wall we have 1.45. So it's so less. So we can provide minimum reinforcement. Provide 8 mm die at 100 mm center to center at outer face in a vertical direction. Now our wall design is completed for the horizontal and for the vertical. And right now we are going to design base slab. Design of base slab. So base slab, the thickness of slab may be 14 to 50 mm greater than thickness of wall. We assume that thickness of wall is 150. We provide extra 40 to 50 mm thickness of base slab, which is 200 mm. So small d is 150 mm. Now base slab is designed as a regular slab. Base slab is designed as a regular slab, but here is a water pressure, gamma W B cube by 24. So moment is 4.65 kilonewton into meter, and self weight of slab is 5 kilonewton per meter square. Self weight is 5 kilonewton per meter square. Now sagging bending moment due to weight of slab, WB by 8 is 3.60 kilonewton into meter. So maximum sagging bending moment is 4.65 plus 3.60 is equal to 7.81. Is 4.61 moment, 4.65 moment is by the water, water pressure, and 3.60 is by own weight of slab. Then after we have a pull force, gamma W B square by 8, so 6.20 kilonewton. Then after modify a moment, 7.50, AST1, AST2, total AST, minimum steel, PT 0.24%. So AST is 480. So provided minimum reinforcement. So provided 10 mm dia at 150 mm center to center, both way on remote face. Both way on the remote face. Now we are going to design of top slab. Design of top slab. Simple design. Top slab provide thickness of slab 100 mm, PT 0.24%. So for the 24% PT we have a 240 mm square reinforcement required. So provide 8 mm dia at 200 mm center to center, both way. Both way. So here is a sketch. Our design is completed. You can see 8 mm dia at 200 mm center to center, 150 mm thickness of wall, 100 mm thickness of top slab, 8 mm dia at 140 mm center to center main reinforcement, 8 mm dia at 100 mm center to center vertical reinforcement, 200 mm thickness of bottom slab, 10 mm dia at 150 mm center to center reinforcement in a base slab. Right? Now we have another figure. It's a top section. You can see for the long wall as well as for the short wall. Right? An extra curtailment bar is 10 mm dia provided 200 mm center to center at the support and at the center. Now our design is completed. Okay. This example is completed. Okay, so our lecture is completed here for the elevated rectangular tank. Now in the next lecture we will cover a circular water tank design. Okay, till then, goodbye. Thank you.